Steph Curry ain't the only one. Akon's wife just filed for divorce. After 29 years, I'm telling you, it's an epidemic.
Eddie Griffin says that Akon's divorce is part of a growing epidemic, but the punchline he drops about Akon's bank account, it had the whole room howling. Wait until you hear how Godfrey reacts.
The females are the highest rate of divorces in the world. They just like to go for the bag. And she was going for a big bag of $100 million. After extensive research, they found out that Akon only had $10,000 in his bank account. Good luck with the half. $5,000 is your subsequent prize for 29 years of that you're down. Keep your money in your mother's name. Smart move, Akon. Hope you paid attention, Curry.
Akon is a boss because his wife, well, ex-wife now, trying to get this $100 million, finds out that there's only $10,000 that she can get. Only about $10,000 because Akon put his in his mother's name so she doesn't get a thing. That's a win for us.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was a man that wanted to strengthen the family, because if there is no strong family, there can be no strong people or nation. If we want a strong nation, then we must produce strong men and women with strong commitment to each other through the institution of marriage.
Man, it's your boy Papa Doug, and I need y'all to understand the war on families is real and the effects of it, all right? This is what they don't want you to know. Let's be real. The destruction of humanity did not start with war or disease. It started when they attacked our families, right? The foundation, the man, the woman, and the child. Because once the family falls, society will crumble. Now, I'm going to break this down, right? Now, I want y'all to check this out. They came for the men first. They knew that a man with strength, drive, and testosterone, he's a protector. He's a leader. So they went after his biology by using food filled with estrogen mimicking chemicals. They also used the air we breathe. They used media, fashion, and the government telling men to calm down. It's okay. Be softer and feminine and not masculine. Now we see that all over, especially through fashion. They made manhood take a back seat. They told men they were toxic. They made the strong look controlling and dominant, and the weak men look like heroes. Why? Because a man with high testosterone doesn't bow. He builds. He defends. He questions authority and everything around it. And that's the exact motherfucking thing they don't want you to do. So they weaken men to remove them from the home. Without fathers, families fall apart. And when families fall apart, so does society, and the system wins. This is what they use against us. Now, what's the next step? The next step, they came for our women. They knew women is the heart of the home, the nurturer, the emotional balance, the connection between God and life itself. So they sold our women a big ass lie. They told her that being a mother and a wife was oppressive. It was slavery. Submissiveness was for the weak. This is why I don't like that word submissive. They told her she's equal to men. They told her her power came from her body, not her mind and her soul. So through music, movies, and social media, they over-sexualized them. They made the sacred not sacred no more, right? Now being a freak gets more praised online and in society than being a mother. Being desired, wanted, and getting sexual attention, it replaced respect. And we see it every day. They destroyed the divine feminine, turned queens into objects, because when the woman loses herself, she's then easily able to be programmed and misled. Y'all better pay attention. This is how they control us, right? Then the final move, they came for our children. They said if we control the youth, we control the future, which is true. They flooded schools with lies. They replaced purpose with confusion. They pushed identity politics, gender confusion, and propaganda while removing God, morals, and discipline. And for those who didn't listen to that, they gave them the streets. Y'all know what that did to our children. They created gangs, they rap music, they put millions of dollars behind that glorified death, drugs, and violence, turning young kids into statistics. They built a pipeline from schools to prisons. You understand me? And distinguished it as freedom of choice. Because if children never grew up to be wise men and wise women, the cycle will continue forever. They really don't get the chance. Here's the bigger picture, though. You see, this was never random. This is a spiritual warfare disguised as social progress, right? When you weaken the men, you destroy the protection. When you corrupt the women, you destroy nurturing. When you confuse the children, you destroy the future. They don't need to enslave you physically anymore. They do it mentally. I told y'all slavery is mentally.
Peace, 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 peace to all my gods and goddesses and all righteous families of the earth. It's your man, it's the minor god Marco Jah, on another episode of the Second Chamber. And hey, this video, man, I just wanted to get into the importance of the black family staying together, and as well people that are non-black, people that are in other groups as well. It's important for them. And I just been going online. I'm all, nothing ever misses me. And I've seen in the news that Big Sean, the rapper, after 10 years of being with Janae Aiko and having a child with her, and he never married her, but they decided to split and part ways. And then as well, as news as well, after Akon, he was married for 29 years. He's married for 29 years. His wife now wants a divorce for whatever reason. I don't know. His wife sounded like, she had like an African American name. I was under the assumption that Akon had multiple wives, because he says a lot of things and criticizes African American culture, even though he was born in the United States. I'm assuming that the wife that's divorcing him is African American, and made his career off crossing over to R&B and hip hop music. So, but it was said that she was looking after, trying to get his $100 million fortune, and then the courts found out he only had $10,000 in his bank account and whatever. And Akon kind of played the system. And I would say, man, you just see that not just with celebrities, man. You see that with a lot of black couples. A lot of them are strong, and a lot of them are going downhill and deteriorating. And I would say since the 1970s, the black family has been on a decline. The black family has been on a decline just due to the Section 8 welfare system that told the black man to that he can't live in a house, only really single black mothers could get the Section 8 welfare just due to the government flooding drugs in our community, due to the mass incarceration epidemic that was used as a, product. It was used to, it was made as a business. So us black people, we have been attacked on multiple different sides. Our families have been attacked. And I wanted to get on this topic because this is something that I've been wanting to, this video is something that I wanted to do for a while. I've been distracted. I'm still pushing and still striving. I've been a little distracted. So I am trying to get back into being a little more consistent with my videos. But this is a topic that I've been, or a video that I've been trying to do for the past 2 weeks now, man. So, but I would just say, man, on this topic, that we as black people in America and as well other parts in the Western world, our families have been on a decline for the past 40 to 50 years. And just living in this culture, it is very individualistic, not just with blacks, but as well with other groups in the Americas and in the UK as well. And I think we as black people, our families have been broken so much, man, that the dysfunction has become normalized. You know what I'm saying? Growing up without a father is becoming normalized. Women getting abortions have become normalized. Black men and women becoming homosexuals and becoming transvestites. That has been normalized now in this country. I would say, I would say my era was the last of a dying breed. I remember it was kind of a little taboo when I was growing up bringing a white girl home, or it was taboo you being gay or a lesbian. But I would maybe say around maybe the late 2000s, early 2010s, that's when it was a little now more acceptable, with the homosexuality. But when I was coming up, man, because I was born in the 90s, man, that was your family could put you out, man. Your family could disown you, or people would talk bad about you, and behind your back and sometimes in your face. So the homosexuality in our community has been normalized. And then as well, I would say just the independent woman kind of mindset that I believe that was really started in the late 80s, in the 90s. That kind of started in the video that I added with Papa Duck. And Papa Duck, if you're watching this, man, I really do gotta stay in tune with your videos, because I'm being very enlightened by you, and you are dropping the jewels and going against the matrix. I'm about to say peace to you, brother, and give you your credit. But you see that we are being programmed, we are being tricked by the enemy, we are being we are being put against each other. And I know a lot of people on a lot of conservative blacks and whites always say and talk about, hey, black people, we always acting like the victim and all this stuff, and speaking about what happens to us and the ills and the stuff that happens to us. But it's just not like the enemy is just not attacking the black family. They're attacking the white family. They're attacking the Hispanic family. I would say only families that I really see very close-knit are people that come from overseas, or people who might be first, second generation American. But Americans, especially people who have been here for their ancestors or their grandfathers and grandparents that have been here for hundreds and hundreds of years, is attacking us. And I just feel like non-black people should really pay attention to what happens to us, because us black people, we are the less protected group in the Americas or in the Western world. So everything happens to us first, and then it trickles down. But what Papa Duck explained it quite well, how first they attacked the man, said that, the man doesn't need to be masculine. He doesn't, they try to soften the man. Then they attacked our women. Women don't want to be submissive anymore. Women don't want to be accountable no more. Women, they trick women into, this independent woman type of, garbage mentality. And then they attack our kids with this, the music and just with the propaganda and images. And that's what a wise man said. Hey, if you can control the image, people's image, you can control people's minds. But Papa Duck had a real good point. Like, these people that are in charge of the world, or these people that are in high positions, they really, really, really do not care about us. They trying to break our families apart to control us, so we can be more dependent on the government, a government that really at the end of the day does not care about us. But people go out of their way to be a part of politics. People go out of their way to pick a side, blue or red, Democrat or Republican. When these people at the end of the day got their own agendas, they're trying to set their own future 100, 200 years from now. These people are trying to live forever. I know you might not believe me. These people are messing with our food. These people are turning prison into a business, and they breaking the family down. But these people are really devils, I would say, man, because I did wanted to say this too, that I stay in the Triangle area, the Triangle, North Carolina area, and it's a lot of Indian and Nepali people out here, and I would say in their culture, it is a lot of arranged marriages happen. It's a very huge Hindu community. I don't really meet a lot of, I know it's a lot of Indian people that are Muslims, but I don't meet a lot of Indian Muslims out here. But I would say with the Hindu, with the Indian, Nepali people, their families are rock solid. You do not see their children getting in trouble, going to jail. they have a say-so, or they court their children. If they want to get married, they set them up to get master degrees. They set, like, you know, they have mentors, and their families are solid, rock tight. And that's what I always, I don't really agree with the religion and their beliefs, but, you know, because I'm Muslim, but I always admired the Hindu community, the Indian people. I would say out of any people, because I've been going through a hard time for the past 2 years now. But I would say out of any people that I met, that I've always been nice, showed mercy to me. Say if I was like, just didn't have any money, or if I was ever hungry or something, I'll always you know, ask the Indian person, hey man, like, or go to an Indian restaurant, like, hey sir, I ain't eat today, man, you know, I get something to eat, and they will give it to me, you know. So I always admired Indian people, and it's a lot of Nepali people, especially where I'm from, in the Fayetteville, North Carolina area. But their families are very rock solid, and that's what we have to do as black people. Our families have been almost broken up, man, for the past 50 years now, 40 plus years now. Like, well, we have to do something different. It's too much divorces. It's too much people throwing in a towel, calling quits, because this life is going to get more harder. This life is going to get more expensive. You know, and the more our families are broken up, man, the more unprotected, the more weak we are, and the more we're prone to the attack of the enemy. I know some of y'all don't think that the devil is real, but he is real, and he is not a spook. He's walking on earth. He got 2 legs and 2 feet, and his mindset is in the minds of the wicked, who are trying to control us and break us down. A lot of things that we go through as black people, you know, our young black men going to jail, divorce, a lot of our young people turning into homosexuals, violence, crime, it would be wiped off or shaven down if our families stick together, man. Because I would say in my personal life, man, that's when I realized, hey, my family, not just my immediate family, but my whole family in general. Like, when I spent the last 2 Thanksgivings by myself, and, you know, I fell out with my father. You know, he was never in my life, but, you know, we fell out really bad. I don't really want to get into the story. I'm not really close to anything or anybody in my family. Maybe, you know, maybe except for my stepfather, my mother, and my brother, and that's really it. You know, it's nothing, nobody I can call on. And us black people, and especially our black young people, we need that protection. It's a saying that in order to be a man, you got to see a man. You know, like we sin, and I said it in my previous videos, man. You know, we put a lot of pressure on these young black men, these young black boys, to be something, do something, and I get it. But, you know, put so much unrealistic pressure on these boys and these young men out here, and they don't have the example, you know, to go by, and they just have to live off trial and error, you know. So a lot of things that we go through as black people in the Western world, man, it would just go down. But we got to see ourselves that we are stronger when our families are together, when we are united. A lot of things that we suffer from, it will be over, man. It's so much, man, I could say on this video. I would make a part 2, but I think I said enough. I just want y'all to think about that, man. I could say a lot more. I just feel like it's a little more I can say, but I feel like I got my main talking points out. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I do want to say too, man, if y'all do see the show, the Second Chamber show, man, I got a new Cash App. Donations will help. I'm not really too big on asking people for donations and stuff, but hey, if you want to support it, you know, you can support my show. You can go to my Cash App at marcojah7. That's the number 7. But I want to say peace to y'all, man. I want to say peace to all my gods and goddesses and all righteous families of the earth. I love y'all guys. Let's stick together, and peace.